Paradise must be won each day and each night, through darkness and through light. Cry it out to the world. Spread the word. Spread the word of Islam.
Families. If you are a good family, you're going to have a good society. And if you have a good society, you're going to have a good city. And you have a good city, you're going to have a good country. And you have a good country, you're going to have a good world. Peaceful world. Look to the family. That's why I said righteous family. If we have righteous families, we're going to have a righteous society. Your responsibility for having a righteous family is started before you get married. The question how?
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time I would like to welcome you all to the first of the night sessions. I would like to welcome to the stage someone who I'm very, very pleased to welcome, and I'm someone who I admire very much, Sheikh Hamood Ashemaimry from the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Sheikh Hamood will be speaking on how to build a righteous family. Sheikh Hamood has a very impressive, to say the least, background in both the dunyawi and the akhiri sense. He was born in the city of Mecca, Mukarramah, in Saudi Arabia, and presently resides in Jeddah. He has 25 years experience in air service with the Royal Saudi Air Force and over 8,535 flying hours. From 1999 until today, he was director of the Islamic Education Foundation from Jeddah, Kingdom, Saudi Arabia, where he assisted over 127,750 males and females in entering into Islam. His educational background is also equally impressive. In 1975, he got his bachelor's in aviation science from King Faisal Air Academy in Riyadh, Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. In 1989, he received a bachelor in public administration from King Abdulaziz University in Jeddah, Saudi Arabia. In 1998, a bachelor in Sharia from Ullal University in Mecca. Presently, he is preparing a master's degree in Sharia from Ullal University in Mecca Mukarramah. He has a diploma in English language from San Antonio, Texas Language Institute. With no further ado, inshallah, a man who attained the level of captain and who has many years of experience in dawah, Hamood Ashemaimry, speaking on the subject, how to build a righteous family. Ladies and gentlemen, I turn the stage over to Sheikh Hamood Ashemaimry.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا من يهدي الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له وأشهد أن محمدًا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وسلم. My brothers and sisters, I greet you with the Islamic greeting, the greeting of the people of paradise. And I pray to Allah that we all be, inshallah, from the people of paradise. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. There you go. That's the way. Jazakumullah khair. First of all, I would like also to pray and ask Allah with His beautiful names and noble attributes as He gathered us here in this noble occasion. May Allah also gather us in paradise with the prophets, messenger, righteous people, martyrs. Ameen. Allah is able to do that. My brothers and sisters, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, "Man lam yashkur an-nas la yashkur Allah." who does not thank people, he is not thanking Allah. Before I start I will not say lecture. It is a lesson. So I really ask all my brothers and sisters to earn me their ears. Before that, I want to thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. I want to thank Allah that He gave me this opportunity to come over and participate in this, I would say, noble convention or conference. And also I would like to thank the brothers who really managed to organize this fantastic, fabulous convention or conference. May Allah reward them all. May Allah register whatever they done in their registration, and they will see it in the day of judgment. I also would like to thank what I call the unknown soldiers, the people who really behind the scene, our brothers and sisters who we don't know them, we don't know their names. They are people who organize, the people who build the stage, who did the chairs, all this around you. The people that are working from 8 o'clock in the morning until 12 at night. Those brothers and sisters, I call them again the unknown soldier. May Allah reward them. And they are actually the real team of this convention. India, especially the last 20 years, well known for long, especially for a long time, not only 20 years, but especially 20 years, they're becoming so active in da'wah. I am calling India the international window for da'wah, the international window for spreading Islam all over the world. I know you, Indians, Pakistani, Bangladesh. As the brother mentioned, I used to be a pilot for 30 years, 10 years as an Air Force pilot, 20 years as a civilian pilot with Saudi Airline. I traveled all over the world. Whenever I go any place, whenever I ask about a masjid, I found Indians or Pakistani or Bangladesh. Anywhere I go, I found masjid, they have people Hafid Quran. Ask about the nationality, Indians, Pakistani, Bangladesh. Allahu Akbar. So my brothers and sisters, may Allah bless you all for your dedication, for loving the religion, for caring, for spreading Islam all over the world, like what we see now and what we've seen in Bombay a month ago. My subject or my topic today, brother and sister, is about how to build a righteous family. You know, my brother and sister, a person, when he wants to build a house, or to build a building, or to build a palace, or to build a small villa, he cares a lot by finding the best location, the best direction of the lot or the land. And also he cares about the best designer. He keeps searching for a very qualified architect to give him to draw a very good design for his house or for his villa or for his building or palace. He cares also about finding the best materials from wood, cement, steel, etc. He cares very much to find the best carpenter. He cares very much to find the most qualified mason. He cares very much to find the most qualified blacksmith. And he also cares very much to find the best painter. And also he cares to find the best utensils. And he cares so much to find the best furniture, etc., etc., just because to build a house or a building which is going to be destroyed one day when the day of judgment, or maybe because of earthquake, or because, you know, there is a limit for age for each building, maybe last 100 years or 200 years and then will collapse. But the question which forces itself on us, brothers and sisters, which is more important, to build a house or to build a palace or to build a villa or to build a building? Which is more important than building a righteous family? What is the good of a good house or a nice house without a good family? Then in my opinion and your opinion, I'm sure, building a righteous family is more important than building bricks and cement and steel and etc. And the responsibility of the man who is building the righteous family started before he get married. Your responsibility for having a righteous family is started before you get married. The question, how? By choosing the good, pious, righteous wife. By choosing the good Muslim righteous wife. Because she is now a righteous wife. If she is a good, righteous, pious, good Muslim wife, she is going to be a good, righteous, pious mother. And you too, the wife, who you're going to be a mother, you also have to be selective in choosing your husband. The first brick is what the man did by choosing a righteous woman. The second brick of building the righteous family is also the woman when she choose or accept the right man. What dalil, what evidence we have that the man have to find a righteous woman is hadith Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Rasulullah sallam said, "Tunkahu al-mar'atu li arba'." The woman would be approached for marriage or asked for marriage for 4 reasons. The first one, her beauty. The second one, her wealth. The third one, her descent, good tribe. And fourth one is her religion. And Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, get the one which has good religion, may your hand be dusty. Taribat yadak. Why? Because, my brother and sister, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, all this around you is pleasure. Everything around you is a pleasure for you. Everything Allah created in this life is pleasure for us. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, but the cream or the best pleasure of this pleasure, all of the pleasure, is a pious wife, is a good Muslim wife. When you look at her, she pleases you of her beauty. When you commanded her, she listened to you and obey. When you are away from her, away from home, traveling away many times, she protect your family, protect your house, and she be guarding your family, and she will not allow anybody to come to your house while you're away. Not only that, she will not leave home to any place until take your permission. This is the right pious woman. This is the beginning. Also, for the ladies or sisters, the first foundation also is rely on hadith Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Man atakum man tardawna dinahu wa khuluquhu fazawwijuhu. Also, your sister, Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he did not say to your father, who approach you, who get the rich money, he's the richest person, who get the wealth, who get the prestige, who is son of so and so, son of the king, or he has company, he has many business going on. No. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said to the fathers who approach you, if somebody approach you, man tardawna dinahu wa khuluquhu. Man atakum, whoever came to you or approach you to ask your daughter's hand, you should, if you approve his religion and his character, his manners, not only the religion, because you could find a person, he is a religious, but he has a bad manners and a bad behaviors. In the same time, you could find a person has a beautiful manners, good behaviors, but he has no religion. So Rasulullah ﷺ have combined a religion with behaviors. So you be careful, fathers, that when you choose a husband to your daughter, you have to be careful following the teaching of Rasulullah ﷺ, not your own mind. And I will seize the chance to the fathers to tell them, be careful as a father. You have no right whatsoever to force your daughter to marry somebody she doesn't like. Because Rasulullah ﷺ also said about the virgin, you should really take her excuse. And her excuse or her approval is when she is silent. Al-bikru tusta'dhan, wa-thayyibu tusta'mar. The one is married before, if she was a divorced woman or a widow, anyone she was married before and she become a widow or divorce, you should ask her permission because she tried marriage before. Even the one is virgin, never married, you still have no way to force her. Now we're talking, my brother and sister, about building a righteous family. How do you expect of this marriage that it being forced by the father, it's going to last for 1 year? Because how do you expect a daughter to live with somebody she does not like? Just because he's rich? Just because he's your relative? Just because he's your cousin? Just because you love him? I am not saying that this daughter must love him, but she must know him. Know him not the way of non-Muslim, going out together, dating each other. No. She must have information about him. You should tell her the truth about him. If she approves, then marry her. If she doesn't approve, you have no right whatsoever as a father to force your daughter to get married. Somebody she doesn't like, or somebody she knows that she's not going to be happy with him. Now, marriage took place. I am going, my brother and sister, step by step, and I want you to listen to me and give me your ears. As I say, this is not a lecture, this is a lesson, this is dars. The first thing also, or the second or the third step for building a righteous family, when you are really inviting the people, making walima for this marriage. Rasulullah ﷺ told the companion when he approached him, and he told the Prophet ﷺ that I am getting married. Ask him, have you invited people for your marriage? He said, no. He said, awlim walau bishah. Make walima even with a small lamb. At least, but anyone, it doesn't mean that. It depends on your ability, your financial status. If you can't afford to make walima for 50 people, 60 people, go ahead. But do not make walima for 1,000 people. This is israf. This is wasting money. Again, this will not help you really to have a righteous family, because you have committed a sin from day one. You have committed a sin from day one. Just during the marriage, you have committed sin by wasting money on the marriage, inviting 5,000 people or 1,000 people, even 500 people. Believe me, whatever you do, if you invited 2 or 3 or 5 or 6 or 10, or you invited 1,000, those 1,000, they will eat your dinner and then go and backbite you saying he's crazy, he's wasting his money. So what is the benefit? You just wasted your money and you disobey Allah. Don't care about pleasing human beings. Care to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is the one who's going to ask you, what have you done in that marriage for your daughter? Not the people. The people will not benefit you. In the day of judgment, everybody said, myself, myself, including prophets and messenger. Even Noah, when they approach him in the day of judgment, he will say, myself, myself. Then he go to Abraham. Abraham alayhi salam said, myself. Go to Moses, and Moses, myself. Go, and all the prophets, Jesus, until they reach Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. This is not the time for it. Let's just a quick glance on this. Also, during this marriage or this wedding party, be careful, my fathers and my sisters. Be careful you don't also violate Sharia, violate religion by doing things very bad, like many weddings took place, not only in this country, even in my country, Saudi Arabia. Don't mix men with women. It is absolutely haram to mix men with women in weddings, dancing men with women. This is another sin you just started this wedding with. You're going to pay for it later on. Make a good wedding without mixing. Don't bring a singer to the men so they can sing. This is again a sin. This is not Islamic marriage. Be careful that to do an Islamic marriage, women can sing, can dance, but they can sing something good, not bad words. They should not invite a famous singer and she may sing bad words, giving a bad, poet, go all the way to private parts, love, something like that. We have the women, they are allowed because Rasulullah allowed the women in Medina for wedding and for the Eid, Eid al-Fitr or Eid al-Adha to beat the drums for the ladies and they sing, but not musical instrument. No musical instrument like vane, piano, all this. This is another sin. This is another brick. If you started your righteous family, your wedding with this, you are destroying your righteous family from the day one. And also food. Don't put or arrange too much food. People only eat some of it and they leave all of it. And then you throw it in the garbage. Allah will punish you this. This is again building a righteous family. Here we go now, the wedding is over. And the man took his wife to his own bedroom or to his flat or apartment house. There are some etiquette. There are etiquette for marriage. I want you also to give me your ears, especially the people who's getting married soon and sister getting married soon. There is etiquette. Every husband going to get married must know it. You know, my brother, you the groom, I'm taking my words now to the groom. You have taken a lady, she's never been you in her life. Especially, let's say that you took her and she is 18 years old. For 18 years old, she is living with her father and mother. She's never been with you in her life. She doesn't know your habits. She doesn't know what you like, what you don't like. She doesn't know about the things you know makes you happy, things makes you bad, makes you angry. Do not expect her to know you in 24 hours. Give her a chance to understand you, to know you. You are a stranger to her. She's been with her father and mother, especially if she have a good, loving father who really love her, and a mother, usually, of course, 90% mothers, they love their daughters. They respond to her whatever she wants. Her father could really coming work tired, fatigued, and then he hears his daughter, Daddy, please, I want so-and-so. He will leave his home, even he's working 10 hours, 15 hours, because he loves the daughter. So she was really soft-sopping in her house. They are treating her nicely in her house. And don't expect from her to know you just from the first night. And don't be harsh with her. There is also sunnah before approaching your wife. You listen to me, especially people getting married, men and women. Many people, unfortunately, they don't do the sunnah. They are not aware of the sunnah. Once you are alone, you and your wife in the bedroom, before approaching your wife, you must make wudu and make 2 rak'ah. You make 2 rak'ah before you approach your wife. You make 2 rak'ah, you face Qibla and make 2 rak'ah and ask Allah to bless your marriage. The same thing the wife does. After that, you put your hand in her forehead and you ask Allah to give you refuge from the natural tendency of evil in her, and you ask Allah that He give you the natural good things in her, and you ask Allah to protect you from the natural evil in her, which is she's out of her control. This is something created with a person, nothing to do with her, that you ask Allah. This is a sunnah. Many people don't do it.
Spread the word, oh man. Spread the word of Islam. Oh, fortunate one. Paradise must be won. Paradise must be won. Each day and each night. Through darkness and through light. Cry it out to the world.